Go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to some more TPC action Pinnacle Showcase. I don't know. Well, I do know what the heck's going on, but it's me and Tantrums. We got the grand finals. We just saw Anomaly force their way back into it. They are going to be taking on the winners, Omit Brooklyn, the big bad wolves, as you may call it, Illy, Hyde, I believe Sovereign, and I forget the last player on this roster, so that is on me. But ladies and gentlemen, we are kicking it right here into map 1. It's going to be a den all over again.
Yeah, it's going to be a Den Hardpoint indeed to kick us off here for the grand finals of the Pinnacle Showcase here. We have got Omit Brooklyn versus Anomaly Gaming. It is going to be a good one here. We have got a Den Hardpoint Corps. Super excited to get this one underway. Wevy's already going to be able to find the first blood, of course. Who else but the man Wevy?
Oh, yeah, bro. He was shooting last series. He's going to be shooting this series. He's still doing the same thing, throwing nades at himself.
Indeed. There we go. All right, Codcaster is still working nades at each other, but Anomaly Gaming going to be able to find the early lead so far. In the meantime, Omit Brooklyn going to be able to find the trades. And Omit Brooklyn now starting to get some control. Millie finds a triple kill in the meantime. Corpse, do you have this one going down to the wire, or do you think a blowout could be on hand?
I think a blowout could be on hand, but due to the nature of how these teams have both played each other already, I think there's going to be a little bit more of that revenge. But Illy is already shooting. He's 3-1. Millie as well is 3-2, doing a good job maintaining that mid-map control. And now their eyes are set on P2, which they have rotated properly to.
They have indeed. The nade is going to come on out for Millie. Omit Brooklyn starting to find the early time, but in the meantime, Skill is hitting the flank. He's going for something crazy. Sovereign going to be able to sniff him out. But the boys from Omit Brooklyn are locked on P2.
It was actually a great job out of Omit Brooklyn to shut that down, because Anomaly were kind of like banking on that two-man flank to roll through for the pinch and the break, but then nonetheless off respawn they say, hey, we'll just barge through the front door like we normally do, and they just reclaim hold of this P2.
They reclaim right of the hold of the P2. 30 seconds too. A lot to build on here, and Dez playing this cruddy ass corner, gonna get traded out immediately though. So it's back and forth action to kick us off here on P2. P3 coming up very soon. You want to go ahead and start focusing, prioritizing those rotations, as it can be big to get some time off, but also making sure you get the P4 spawns as well.
Wevy's 6-3. He's on a 3 spree. I'm still tripping over his name, but Janik Wandel. What I say, Janik or Janik? Janik. I think Janik sounds better. Janik Wandel is also 5-4. Again, the double W duo for the side of Anomaly Gaming are going to be having their hands full with this roster of Omit today.
So no lie, actually, one of our producers called it earlier. You actually cannot get on the POV of number 1. Okay, there you actually can now.
Yeah.
So I'm on my 1 key. It won't let me change. So so if we miss any Sovereign clips, I do apologize. But in the meantime, you go ahead and take a look at the time. Omit Brooklyn tying this one up, taking the early lead now. But now we're going to go into P4, which can be a big money hill, Corpse.
It can be indeed, and this is a nice job out of Omit Brooklyn. Oh my days, Sovereign, you shoot straighter than a piss missile, my brother. I love it when you're on the AR. He's finding kill after kill. I
mean, literally last night on the watch party, Jay Dizzle said that he's like a Dashy Jr. with the AR, so... I mean, he's already up to a 10-4 start.
Right, high praise.
It's a very high praise. I was kind of shook when he said it, but hey, he's making it happen right now in the grand finals. Almost picks up a double, almost picks up a triple. Not going to be able to line up for him in the meantime. Well, go ahead and take a look at this control. Omit Brooklyn has the spawns, has the time as well.
I mean, he does everything perfectly, though. He was able to hold the middle of the map for his team on that P3 hill when it's always scrappy. He's able to set them up through the middle of the map, control on this P4 hold, and now Illy's just going to pick up right where he left off. He's going to overextend. He's going to find these kills when he can. Illy's doing wonders, and now this just slows each push, each player from Anomaly down 1 by 1.
It slows them down, and it keeps slowing them down indeed. Omit Brooklyn finding the time. Hyde finding 2. Wevy able to trade out in the meantime, but the lead is starting to get out of hand. We have seen this before from Omit Brooklyn, and they get control of this P4 and they start building a big lead. It can get out of hand. It's already up to 40 points. Wandel's going to get on the point for the meantime and find 2. But scrap time really here? You need it? Not really.
No, your eyes need to be on this P1, but number 7, Wevy, was going to try and pick up these players off of the leak out on Dojo. Well, he missed a couple, so they're not going to be ready for this anomaly. You're going to get hit from the back, and yep, all eyes are turned. Now the contest rolls through. These yellow arrows are a little bit confused, but they're still finding the kills in the kill feed.
They're finding the kills in the kill feed. They're finding everything. They're finding the time. And Anomaly Gaming, once down by 40, starting to bring it back. Illy finds 2 in the feed before he gets taken out by Wevy, but no one touching the time at the moment. Everybody's kind of playing for trade switches. Someone's going to touch the hill at one point here. Good lord.
Well, not yet. Not yet. Not yet, Tantrums. They want us to wait a little bit longer. When will it go? Whoa, okay, finally, Omid Brooklyn touched the time. That's huge for them. As now they're still holding spawns for this P2 hill. Well, number 6, Skill, is going to be making sure that he is a thorn in their side, as now he pops a nice kill. The trade rolls through, and again, chaos still ensuing on the front side of this couch lobby.
Yeah, chaos is ensuing, but you go ahead and take a look at the look here. P2 is going to be controlled by Omid Brooklyn early. However, Anomaly Gaming breaking on in through that B zone from the overload side here, looking to get somewhat of back spawn control and also get some push through the side door.
This is going to be huge. Are you going to spawn them out is the question. Well, I think that is. Omid Brooklyn, yes, you do spawn out, and one person spawns in the back for Anomaly, so this is now or never for the Yellow Squad. They need to go, but Millie's still here. He's causing havoc, and again, the reinforcements are there for Omid Brooklyn. They get back into the hill. They're able to out-trade. It doesn't even matter. They outslay, and they regain control.
They have regained control indeed. Omid Brooklyn now starting to stretch this one out of hands now. 50-point lead potentially on the hands. If you're Anomaly Gaming, you got to break some in. You got to make sure they don't get any more time off this, but also you got to make sure you're prioritizing those P3 rotations.
Well, you're not able to get time at old, so the latter of the two is now in question, and that P3 is looking primed and ready to roast for the Yellow Squad. It's just the ARs, the M15s are frying outside of Omid Brooklyn. They're creating space like no other, and honestly, good 2-piece out of Wandell to stabilize.
Good 2-piece out of Wandell to stabilize. In the meantime, Anomaly's going to be able to find the initial touch on the P3. But here comes the boys from Omid Brooklyn trying to break on in, but it's Skill. You have to go through. The man is not missing. He's 10 and 17, but he's on a 3 spree. That's huge for the boys. Skill. That's huge time here. Let's see if they can get right back into this game.
2 dead from Omid Brooklyn, though. They're going to fly. Skill finding the fort. That's going to be huge. Line him up. The wall jump with the punch. Doesn't roll through all the way, but a team kill evens it out. And it's Hyde with the pistol that's still maintaining control of this P3. Anomaly are looking at they're probably going to grab the rest of the scrap time and see if they can push through as well. They were trying to do a little bit of a 2-2 push, so this is going to be interesting. The timing that Dez has, he's 8 and 16 double negative. You're going to look to him to step it up at least.
Yeah, we're going to go to the Hyde POV, though. Might be able to find the timing onto Dez. Initial time going to be touched by Anomaly here, but that's a big nade from Dez. And here comes Illy. Here comes the world champ trying to break on in. Trying to get another money hill for the boys here at Omid Brooklyn. It's a 3-man push through the front. Number 7 may have found some timing. Millie wins his gunfights, though. Trying to stay alive, hitting the pre-fire corpse. It is absolute chaos on the point right now.
It is indeed, and look at this. Anomaly are still living up to their name in the respawn. It's still a 20-point deficit. Something they did against the Shinto squad is just linger around this 20-point second range. That's all they needed to do to really get scrap time, but Millie finds 2. And again, he's still making so much noise on the front side of these hills to where you have to worry about him.
Yeah, but you're making so much noise, but in the meantime, you have got Anomaly once down by 50, now only down by 10. So this game is a little bit more of a nail-biter. Was a blowout at one point, nail-biting hard point now, and we might get the same finish like we did in the last series on a Din hard point. If you remember, Anomaly was the ones to bring it back. They're in the same scenario here. Will they be able to close it out, or is it going to be Omid Brooklyn taking your first map?
Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, that Skill, making sure couches is theirs. It is the preferred side. If you were thinking about the future, Hyde on the hill, finding the kills, but Skill comes in to find a 2-piece. Illy on this mid-cut control. The biggest factor into this P1 is if you have mid-cut control. When you have that, it makes it so much easier. You can play more passive when you're on the hill, and you can just let the ARs do work from windows.
Indeed, indeed. Big gunfight coming up very soon for Millie. Is he going to be able to get the cover fire provided for Sovereign? Going to get taken out in the meantime, but white time is always good time. You go ahead and take a look at P2. Anomaly Gaming going to have that favored side. Spawning out is going to be Omit Brooklyn. You are both teams here. You got to focus on the rotation because that is going to win you the game either side.
Huge. Do you push through middle if you're Omit Brooklyn? No, that's not the call. It looks like it's going to be rooftops. They're going to try and fly. Dez was there, so he relayed the information, and now the reinforcements are there from Anomaly on the front side of this hill. This is going to be a huge break for Omit Brooklyn if they can find this cleanly. Oh, no, that's not the case. 2 dead already.
2 dead, 3 dead in the feed, and they spawn out front. So Anomaly blocking those spawns, making sure they spawn them out far enough, and now getting over the 200-point mark. Edging this lead out is Anomaly Gaming. We're going to see this one go down to P3, maybe potentially P4 here.
Oh no, Couches is open. Hyde tries to make his move, but now on the front side, 3 dead. They clear the trophies, made 4. They can't win it here, and again, it got back to a tied game for Anomaly. So you have to focus on this P2, P3 stretch, something they did so well against Shinto Gaming.
Dez sliding, gliding on in. Sovereign picks up 2 in the meantime. It's going to be 4 dead. You reset here. 10 seconds left. And the boys from Anomaly get enough time. They're right back into the game now. They're down by 20 plus. But this is the hill that won it for them the last time, Corpse. Let's see if they can do it again. Let's see if they can make this comeback happen.
Big 2-piece out of Millie right there, though. They are finding something. They are overextending. Millie finds 3. Hellstorm from Wevy. He was actually caught by Millie, and due to that, he is now dead off respawn. So it's going to make it a little bit longer, and you're going to make this hold a little bit more easier for Omit Brooklyn. And look at the mid push. 13 seconds only needed for Omit Brooklyn. If you're the boys in mid, you have got to go. The nades are not going to connect for the moment time. Wandell's going to be able to find the initial to break onto the point here. Dez putting some cross shots in. Millie going big on the point. Sovereign going big as well. The boys are absolutely locked, but this is the biggest one-on-one. Skill's not going to win it, though. 9 seconds only needed, Corpse. They can try and chow from mid, but now the crossfire is going to be set up. No time for pinches, no time for shenanigans. We need to go. 2 seconds. Make it 1. Omit Brooklyn take map 1.
Omit take map number 1 in dramatic fashion, 250 to 207 to kick us off from map number 1 of the grand finals of the Pinnacle Showcase presented by Self-Made Players. The boys start bringing it back from Team Anomaly, but it's just not enough. The firepower from the boys at Omit Brooklyn is too strong. The composure's too strong. They show the resilience. They finish this one out, and they only need 2 more maps to be your champions.
That is all they need. That's all they need. Sovereign went 37 and 20. My guy got turned up, baby. Dez, again, a double negative for his squad. You're just like, we got outslayed at certain times when we really needed that firepower there.
Indeed, indeed. Putting the Twitch chat up, everybody wanting to see what is going on. Gonna turn off this, gonna turn off that, gonna turn off that, gonna turn off that. Don't want that lobby code getting leaked, of course, chat. We're not gonna leak that out here. A little bit of a jank setup, but hey, this is how we rock. This is Call of Duty, of course, chat. But hey, we're waiting for the next game to get started. Let's go ahead and take a. Oh wait. Oops. Wait. Oh no.
Put it back up. Put it back up.
Nah, it didn't get leaked. It didn't get leaked. Hold up.
Nah, it didn't get leaked.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. We're just gonna. This is what we're gonna do. Don't you worry. No, it didn't get leaked. But hey, Corpse, really to wrap us up here, what do you think about that map number 1?
I thought it was a bang out. I thought it was well. I think both teams played great. It just came down to some certain pinches and timings that Millie had late in the game to set up the P3 holds. I believe Sovereign as well really turned up through the middle of that game, to be honest. He was quiet, and then he was just like second rotation, flipped a switch again on another P3 hold when he was holding down mid, when he went on that great spree. So again, it was just times where Omit Brooklyn, it was just whenever one person left off their streak, the other one was picking it right back up, and it seemed to come from Sovereign and Millie that time.
Yeah, they were absolutely dialed in. They were absolutely locked. I mean, they showed great resilience for a moment. I really thought Anomaly was going to steal another game like that. I thought potentially it was going to be another one like that. Almost happens indeed.
No, I did as well, but now we're heading to another Den map as we have seen it. Well, I've seen it 5 times now, but it's going to be a Den S&D. This was one that we saw Wevy go lights out on in the S&D especially with the sniper side of things. Who is going to be rivaling him from the Omit side with the? Did they pull out a sniper at all on their match?
Yes, it was the man, it was the legend, it was Mr. Ender, it was Lee pulling it out here. He was pulling it out, he was making it work. But again, this is going to be a great sniper battle. It's going to be Illy versus Wevy if we do get to see it.
I think both squads are going to pull it out. Wevy was still shooting in that map one. He's gonna be like, boys, I'm definitely gonna bring it out and ego them, or see if we can do that as well. So, rely on Wevy to stick to his cojones, brother. He's not one to back down from a challenge at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, not one bit. I mean, I have this S&D being a little bit closer. I mean, the last time we saw these two play, it was a raid search and destroy. It was a little bit of a closer matchup. However, I think Omid Brooklyn, I think that was great resilience they showed, and I believe map 2. What is our map 2? It's a den search and destroy. So we're going right back to den. However, the side of Anomaly is pretty fresh off playing that map.
Yeah, again, I think they did a phenomenal job. Like you said, whenever Wevy found the first blood, it was like pretty much 80-90% of the times they were winning those rounds. I think it's going to be a little bit more harder to kind of test the waters with that statistics against this squad. I mean, you look at the Omid Brooklyn side, again, the famous COD champion Illy is a phenomenal AR, and with M15 in this game, boy, he's going to be shooting like no other. And then you got the young gun Hyde, his buddy Sovereign, who are phenomenal on any role, to be honest. And then Millie is such a... I think Millie has gotten lost in the scene a little bit. Not many people have been paying attention to him as I think that they should be. And this BO7, he's trying to make a name for himself. He's like, boys, I'm coming out with a little bit of some pride, and I'm coming out with a little bit of anger, and I want to make my stamp. I want to put my foot down and be like, boys, I am here right now.
Indeed. You said it best, chat. But hey, before we get into our map number 2, we're going to send you guys into a short intermission. We'll be back here in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to more Call of Duty action. This is map 2 of the grand finals of the Pinnacle Showcase presented by Self-Made Players. If you weren't here for map number 1, you did miss a hell of a bang out here. You got Omid Brooklyn up in the series now 1-0 down to versus Anomaly, who is down 0-1, looking to tie the series up. Can it happen? Will be the question. Will it happen? Guess we'll have to find out, Corpse.
Oh, no sniper early off rip. We haven't seen it just yet. Hyde getting aggressive, though. Hyde switching his roles, now bringing out the SMG, the Dravik. This is going to be fun. He finds the first blood, and I love this out of Omit. You find the first blood, you get to the number scenario. Everybody back up.
Yeah, you get the number scenario. Dez trying to put some pressure on the A side, but the boys from Omit are just absolutely ready. They say, screw that. We're going to B right away. Wevy trying to pull out the snipe, trying to find a pick. Skill evens it out to a 3v3, though, in the moment in time.
Oh, there he is. He's able to back up in time. Another trade going down from Hyde, though. Wevy wants to pick up the secondary. Isn't able to get out with his life, and now Dez all alone. Oh.
I'm all alone, nobody here beside me. Can Dez pull off the 1v2 here to ice out the first round? Here we go.
Dez went deep, bro. Dez went deep, but I think Omit went deeper. Yeah, they did.
Indeed, they did. Omit Brooklyn going to be able to take your round number 1-0 in the search and destroy. You know, they play that perfect hide. Like you said, he pulls out the Dravik. He gets a little bit aggressive. He gets the first blood, backs on up. You have two players on the A site waiting for the rotation, waiting for the flank from Dez. They're able to shut that down. Really nowhere to go for Anomaly. You find a snipe in the meantime if you're Wevy, but it's not enough. Omit Brooklyn show great teamwork in that round number 1.
I love me some Dennis and D, bro. I love me some Dennis and D. I think it's gonna be a fun map. Favorite map so far, Tantrums?
Scar.
Favorite map so far?
Scar. Easily Scar. I love Scar.
Scar's a big one. Scar's a big one. I like it for hardpoint. I like it for hardpoint. I like it for overload. I don't know if I've played it for S&D yet.
It's pretty good in the S&D. Pretty good in the S&D. But now, look at Omit Brooklyn. They are on the offensive push here. They are making this a 4 push to A. And the side of Anomaly has no idea. They have not made the rotation. They are going to be late to the party here, Corpse.
Dez is just going to have to slow down. He puts tags into 1. The nade is going to back him up. So that control room is going to get a little bit dicey. And now you don't want to chow the backside of this. Dez gets tagged up with some nades as well. This is just going to come down to a quick post-plant scenario.
Quick post-plant scenario. You find the first blood. Hyde finds 2. Hyde going to get taken out in the meantime, though. Now it's a 1v2. It's the man Wevy with the snipe. Can he make the dream? Can he make the magic? Can he make the shot happen? No, he does not. Omit Brooklyn with a great offensive push. They are now up 2-0.
Here's the thing about these here's the thing about these tight post-plant setups is, especially on this A bomb site. Yeah, really nice heady right there with that bomb site.
That's a tight heady.
Dude, that is a tight one. But the thing is, for the attackers, they are going to have such an advantage of making these gunfights feel like 3v2s or 2v1s when it comes to supporting their teammates, that I feel like whenever there's a post-plant scenario on A, as a team, you need to wide swing or kind of like triple chow one lane. You cannot split forces if you're doing a retake.
Cannot split it on a retake here. Anomaly, though, pushing toward the B side. They're saying, hey, you get aggressive on A, we get aggressive on the opposite side. No bloods just yet.
Trying to overextend. Soft. Good job. Again, plays his life and backs up. And nobody's there. It's another 4v3, and this holds Anomaly in their tracks.
7 looking for a blood. It's going to be Hyde. Hyde instantly ripped, though, by Wevy. M15 up close just beats that insane Dravik, you would have thought. But in the meantime, it's a 3v1 Illy. You've seen some crazy clutches from him. Not in the meantime going to work out for him. Anomaly Gaming put their first round on the board.
Oh, that was just phenomenal out of Wevy right there, bro. He was just like balls to the walls. I'm full sending this. Finds that kill on Hyde, and he made that round a little bit more manageable. Why? Because it slowed down those people on the backside of Dojo, and then it gave time for the players of Anomaly to just be like, okay, we're gonna push out both sides of the site. We're gonna wait for them to come through mid, and then we're just gonna recollapse on these players and again isolate these gunfights. As now Illy has the. We'll see if it's stay. Nope, he's putting it away. Damn it. Bring it back out, Illy. Bring it back out.
I thought the boomstick was coming out for Mr. Illy, but now back on the offensive push here. They made a fast push onto the A side, but now kind of working their way onto B. Going to be a 2v3 engagement. Number 1 got a big job to do to make sure 8 does not get through middle of the map. Well,
be huge high points too, though, right there in that small shed. So might as well say this B bomb side is theirs. And again, do you go through mid? Nope, that is ski call. You want to feel a little bit more comfortable with everything in front of you. You're going to rotate through Dojo. You got Dez taking an even longer route. This is going to be a huge one if they have the timing on this player. Well, that's going to be Hyde.
Yeah, Hyde knows where both of these players are going to be at. Just rips the skull of skill. I didn't even see the skull. I just saw a little bit of the pixel. Rips him right clean, and Omit Brooklyn with another dominant offensive round.
Yeah, they're just went after round at this point. This is looking exactly how first matchup went with this squad. They are just having their way in a lot of these scenarios. And also just great shots. Like you said, I didn't even see a head either.
I didn't see anything. The boys absolutely locked. They're absolutely ready to go. There are 3 rounds needed to go up 2-0 in the series here. But hey, if you're Anomaly Gaming, you've been in a scenario like this before where you have been down 1-3, you tie this up. You saw it on the Raid Search and Destroy in the series they played against Omit Brooklyn in the winners finals. But, you know, you don't win the map. But hey, change the scenario here. Tie it up. Let's see what you can do as a team.
An A push for them. The players are here for Omit Brooklyn. The stuns are out, so this is going to slow them down.
Oh boy.
And now, what do you find if you're Wandell? Well, you overpeak. That's it. Skill with the trade, but it's trades on trades, racks on racks. And Omit Brooklyn, well, they will be better than you than any day of the week.
And he goes right for a jump off the map now. It's going to be a 1v1. He gets a kill. Goes immediately off the map, though. 50 seconds. Both of these players have an idea that they are around each other. The timing is absolutely going to make me throw up. Webby, Illy, who is going to take it? It's going to be the world champ, Mr. Illy, pushing the lead now for Omit Brooklyn 4-1.
Stalking his prey, hunting it like a hyena. A pack of hyenas hunting down a lone lion in the Sahara Desert or the Amazon forest, wherever lions are from. I know they're from Africa, but I don't know any parts of Africa, so.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you right now. All I can tell you is Omit Brooklyn. They are running through it right now. And you know, Dez, who has been a spotlight player for the side of Anomaly right now, will take a little bit of a slow start at 0-5. Has the donut rocking right now. You know, a player like that can get a kill. He can get a lot of kills. It can boost up the composure, can boost the gunny. Let's see if he can do it here.
Oh,
no, we cannot.
This is gonna be. Yeah, this is going to be huge. I mean, I was going to say they were challenging Shingles, and Wandell was just ran past everybody, and now you got, who is this skill all alone in a 1v3? Can make this how? Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep, that's... All right, GG's next map.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. Oh my gosh, you thought you found the timing, you thought you found the kills. Doesn't get the timing. Millie puts the shots in the back. It is now 5-1 Omit Brooklyn. Hey, you know what I say, Corpse, though? You can't make a 1-5 comeback unless you're down 1-5. Let's see if Anomaly can lock it in here and force the round 11.
100% true. 100% true. It's going to start from this young man, Dez, right here. He's on the Homer Simpson donut cam.
I mean, I have
personally, I like a little bit of a long john action. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh boy, oh boy.
That is, yeah. Don't take that out of context, please.
No, I'm not taking it out of context. Indeed, 0-6 just crazy to see, but from a player like Dez. But hey, let's see if I can pick up a round here. Let's see if they can pick up some momentum. Anomaly Gaming starting to find the first blood. You know, you've seen it earlier. When they find first bloods, they have success in the rounds. Let's see if they can make some success here.
I like this. They're playing with a little bit of pace. They're chowing out these backsides of these bomb sites, which is something they never ever did. And I mean, just swiftly take that round right there.
You find your first kill if you're Dez. You find some composure here. You're starting to regain a little bit. Can you make it happen? Will it be a 1-5 comeback? It takes one round at a time, and it takes one kill at a time as well. Here come the boys from Anomaly Gaming.
What happens? We'll see what happens. It always starts with 1, and Dez found his 1, so this is going to be huge. On the defense, though, this is the hard thing. You play with such you play with such pace on the offensive side of things. Do you slow it down, or do you keep that up for defense?
I mean, Omit Brooklyn didn't even pick up the bomb. They're feeling very confident right now.
Yeah, they are. Well, they're going to have to tone check that because Levy finds the first. So, yeah, regroup, lads. Get that bomb, and let's just clutch it, lock it and clutch up.
Yeah, lock it in and clutch up indeed. You already find the first blood if you are the boys here at Anomaly. Wandell going to be able to spot some players from the side of Omit Brooklyn. So one going to get control of the middle of the map for the moment. Millie's going to be able to get the kill, though. 3v3. You got to go big here if you're Wandell.
Oh, and that's unfortunate. Now through the middle of the map, you got Dez going to try and do something. Somebody's working the pinches at Webby, but he's all alone. He actually is prepared for Sovereign's off-angle spot. That's actually nice. He overchild. Dez is all alone, and, you know, with Dez and his stat line so far, they're just going to run it in. And yeah, that's Omit Brooklyn taking map 2.
Omit Brooklyn taking your map 2 in 6-2 fashion. One more map away from being your champions of the Pinnacle Showcase. Unless the boys from Anomaly Gaming do something magical, do something crazy to force the bracket reset. But still a lot more Call of Duty to be played. We are going to, I believe, what map is this going to be? It's going to be a Scar Overload. So yeah, Scar Overload up next, of course, chat. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one indeed. But hey, we're waiting up now. Omit Brooklyn's up 2-0. Do you think this one's too far out of hand?
I don't want to say no. I don't want to say no, but there's a high probability it is. Why? Because Omit Brooklyn are so good at just like closing it out. You know, they're able to finish the deal, and when a lot of teams aren't. I mean, again, go back to Anomaly when they were playing the Shinto Gaming, and they just weren't able to close out in the overload side of things. Now, Anomaly did make one hell of a comeback, but at the end of the day, Shinto won that map 3, and they did force a map 4. Which for a lot of teams can get dicey when it comes to the whole, you know, are we going to be able to put up the same performance we did map 1? Are we going to be able to still have, you know, the pedal on the metal type scenarios? So, you know, I think Omit Brooklyn have a little bit better of a chance in closing maps out than this Anomaly squad. So, you know, again, it's about an 80-20% to answer.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, a Scar Overload where, you know, a lot of points, a lot of kills happen, of course, Corpse. I mean, with how like the S&D look, do you maybe think Anomaly finds that last, I guess, bit of, okay, guys, we're in grand finals. We got to lock in. We got to lock in.
Yeah, they can find it, but I just think it's going to come from Dez. I think the first 2 maps we've seen, you know, really the whole roster for the side of Anomaly match a little bit of the pace from Omit Brooklyn, except for him. He has been, he was like double negative at the end of that map 1. And then obviously he was, he only finished with 2 kills right there at the end of that S&D. So it's just, you know, there needs to be either more team play with him getting involved in trades or just him being like the sacrificial lamb on a lot of these team chows that happen. So, you know, for anything, if anything, I need an Anomaly to step up, and I need Dez in particular to kind of like be the leader and make a change.
Yeah, I mean, Dez, you know, has been playing very good Call of Duty today. You know, we've talked about him a lot. He's made a lot of great plays. You know, a little bit of a slow play in the search and destroy, though. But sometimes you need slow plays to kind of like figure it out a little bit. Sometimes you're like, okay, maybe, just maybe, I can't get away with that. Maybe I can get away with this. I don't know. They're going to need to lock in because they're playing a very good squad right now.
They are indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a little bit of lobby issues, so we're going to go to a little bit of a break. Stay tuned. What are we doing now?
Oh, no, we're going to a break. Yep, we sent to a break.
We're going to a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to more Call of Duty action. My name is Charlie Tantrums Branham, and I'm joined here by the one, the only, the legend, Mr. Corpse here for map number 3 of the Grand Finals, a Pinnacle Showcase presented by Self-Made Players. Corpse, we're one map away from announcing our champs. Omit Brooklyn up 2-0. Do you think they close it out here on map 3 against Anomaly?
Yes, 100%. I think they do close it out, but again, I think this is a game mode where it can become a little bit more of a one-person showstopper for the side of Anomaly. So there's a better chance for them to have a bigger impact on one player, and that one player is Wevy or Wandell. They were phenomenal skill-wise as well at the tail end of that Shinto match. So either one of them can really just put a stop to Omit's reign in this map 3.
Yeah, and apologies for the meantime, chat. So the teams are going to be flipped. Omit Brooklyn on Codcaster is actually Anomaly. Anomaly is going to be Omit Brooklyn, so don't get it confused. Omit Brooklyn is up 2-0, just the rosters are swapped, so I do apologize in the meantime. And it's Omit Brooklyn finding an early 2 for Sovereign. They're looking to maybe have a defensive stand here. Anomaly trying to push this one in early.
Oh my God, Wandell, you do you, brother. This is such a hard map, though, in my opinion, just because if for the defenders, if you really get put into it, you get spawned so far on the top left side of this minimap, it makes it so hard to cover any progress at B. As now, that is what it looks like for the side of Anomaly. They get that first score right there.
Yeah, they get the first score on the board. You know, remember the overload with them. They weren't able to win it, but they were the ones that rallied back from down a 0-3 lead. They tied it up. They forced a sudden death. Somehow got 4 goals in one half. Let's see if they can make it happen here in the first half. It would be very good to do against this talented Omit Brooklyn squad. But again, here comes Omit Brooklyn working their way onto the A side. Should be a cap potentially on the way. Webby going to be your last defensive stand. Wendell going to fall as well. Corpse, it's not looking good.
No, it's not. Millie finds the second. Hold on, reinforcements are here. Oh, just dive for it. Dive for it, but you can't. Webby and skill stop you in your tracks, and this is going to be huge. They are going to get the ball, and they're going to get this out of their zone.
Going to get it out of the zone as well. You might rally it. You might be able to counter cap here if you can do so. Once an offensive stand from the side of Omit Brooklyn, they are now on the defense, trying to make sure they don't go up 2-0 from the side of Anomaly.
I like this. I like this. Reset it for Anomaly. You know, really let number 3 get forward. And then number 1, the trailer with the bomb, is going to try and score. Hold on. Millie's here through mid-cut, though, so he's going to cut these players down.
Oh, my gosh.
These trees down. At their knees, Millie says.
But look, Wevy has snuck into the back base. They may have an idea. Hyde should be the one getting taken out. Both of these players should not be this close of a gunfight. Hyde makes it happen. He actually doesn't make it happen. He's actually dead. He's ripped off the map. And the boys from fucking Omit Brooklyn, sorry, the teams are switched. Sovereign's going off. He just picked up 4. Oh my God.
Gonna be huge. They're gonna try and go ahead and hit this. I think this is the A side. And they tried this once more. They weren't able to succeed. And difference makers, you have Hyde in this scenario. He's in top window. He's going to be a nuisance. And now this is going to cause a little bit of heads to turn. And that's going to be the only thing that you need for Sovereign to dive on in to get the score and tie it up.
Oh, no. Millie wrecking havoc in the spawn. He is getting shit done. He's picking up another one. The man is on a 4, looking to get a bloodthirsty going, looking to rally this one and get 2 straight goals from the side of Omit, but somehow, someway, the spawn him right beside. That's a weird spawn. Of course, Overload still having buggy moments.
Dude, if I'm Millie, I'm so pissed right there because he is not expecting them to spawn to his left. He is like, I have them pinned so deep in the back right side of the minimap. And it's just unfortunate because now the progress is going to go the way of Anomaly. They're going to leak out. They're going to try and find something. Here you go again. You can score it onto this B zone. So much cover to just have a free lane at it.
That's actually insane. That is actually insane. Anomaly counter cap that. Just works out in the favor. The game favors you at that moment. You get the good spawns. You're blessed up. You're able to take Millie out of your spawn, and you work it in your favor, and you go up 2-1 now.
Look where number 8 is at. Look at where Hyde is. This is going to be huge. Hold on. Everybody's dead. Hyde's going to pick this up. He has a shot of scoring if he just runs straight at it. I think he's going to do just that. He's going to dive, and yeah, he's going to make this a 2-2. Both teams having luck right now. Just fall into their hands.
Timing. He gets the mantle. They don't know where he's at. He's going to be able to find a kill middle of the map. Seven's got plane control as well. These players 4 and 3 not really have no idea where to go at the moment. Hyde's going to be able to find another one. Yes, he does. He's going to be able to find another one. Yes, he does. Skill going to be able to take him out in the meantime. Omit Brooklyn looking to take the lead here.
They are indeed. Nice nade out of Dez. 20 seconds left, and that's going to be a nice 4 dead. Hold on. A couple players still here. Close off spawn for the side of Omit Brooklyn, but no. Again, trades on trades, and yeah, 10 seconds left. It's probably not going to move. I think it will reset at about 5 seconds, so if anything, you know, this is just going to be round.
Should be round 3, 2, 1. The clock is going to expire. That's going to be your first round of map number 3 of Scar Overload. We're tied up at 2 apiece. Omit Brooklyn, they get this round win. It's over. They are your champions. On the other side, if Anomaly wins this, we go to a map number 4. They also got to force it to a map number 5. They have to win the Series Corps to force the bracket reset. This isn't no best of 7. This isn't no CDL 1 series for your champs here coming from losers. This is the classic old way MLG type back vibe in the day. Here we go. Wow.
I love it. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Well,
Kind of. I want to go to bed, though.
I think all of us in the world do want to go to bed, but also I would love to see some more Call of Duty action. No one can turn down Call of Duty. But here come the boys from Omit Brooklyn finding the first blood. It's going to be Illy, but it's a 2-for-2 exchange. The trades not going in anybody's favor at the moment. But for the side of Omit Brooklyn, if you're Sovereign, you're winning your gunfights. You're finding 3 in the feed. You're 22 and 11 right now. You're putting belt to ass with the AR. From the comm from that boy Dizzle yesterday, calling you Dashy Jr., you're taking that into consideration that this guy is absolutely shooting like the man himself.
It's going to be huge. They have control of their balls so far. They've been just dealing with the lurkers. They've been trying to deal with the overextensions out of the side of Omit Brooklyn. So right now, it looks like Anomaly just taking more of a passive approach whenever they have the ball in their hands.
Yeah, trying to take a more of a passive approach here. Trying to take in their time here, but my God, you don't really need to take your time when Sovereign is just running through everybody. Hyde also going to hit top green as well. Corpse, this could get dangerous.
This could get dangerous. There's only one man to beat, and he's able to stop you. That's Wevy. Gets control of the ball. He's just going to sit in his spawn. Actually, no, it's just sitting there. And in the depths, Sovereign tries to make a play, but he just gets cut down at his knees. So again, great job out of the side of Anomaly to stabilize.
Anomaly is able to stabilize for just a moment now, trying to work on the counter cap here, trying to make this a 3-2 lead. 3 minutes left in the round, a minute half played already. Who is going to find the lead?
This is huge. They have rewrapped the top side of this minimap. Old dude to Dez. He cleared it out about 15 seconds ago, but they're a little bit late. That rewrap was just way too late for anything to happen, and again, it allows time for Omit Brooklyn to get back into the action and outtrade you.
They win the trade battles, of course. 6 and 2 going to be a big gunfight. Skill going big on the P2 side of the map now, trying to make some magic happen in the front blue side. He's finding 2. He finds 3. Can he find this last player with the EMP?
What is he? Oh, he's just sitting in the bottom P4. I was like, is he gonna run straight through to B? I thought that was a little bit of hectic right there.
I mean, it's smart because he sits there. They have to chow him. His teammates are already ready back spawn, so they know they're going to get the wipe now. They're moving their way on up through P2. You know they want that B zone. You know they want the lead. They're trying to edge out these kills. They're trying to stack this wood side. The question is, are they going to be able to sniff this player on the flank?
I think they do. Yep, great comms. They're able to out-trade him. But again, with how much time that took and with you delegating your resources to worry about the flank, it allows this Anomaly squad to just prepare for the front side. Wandell peeks his head out. He sees one. It doesn't even matter. He doesn't win the gunfight, but his teammate is there for the trade. And again, that is what you need to do if you're Anomaly. You have been outslayed the first 2 maps. You need to play together here in map 3.
Hey, play together as a team. That's where you're going to win. You try to solo dolo. There's no I in team, chat. Just remember that.
Watch this, watch this. Oh, this could be huge out of skill. They got them pinned deep in their spawn. Hold on. Oh, Illy finds 2 to bail them out.
And a Hellstorm comes on in as well. Some info is going to be gathered. Some pushes are going to be slower as well. Wevy up top green, making the magic happen. The wallbangs coming on through. Not going to be able to connect in the meantime. He's still alive. Throwing the nades, throwing the shoulders, throwing the gunny, throwing the jumps. But it's all blue in the feed reverse. Actually, it's Omit Brooklyn. Can they get a cap, though?
Hello, one guy just messed up. Wevy actually being the one with the slow map now. He's 16 and And it's now Skill and Wandell that have stepped it up for the side of Anomaly. And hold on, Webby, can you find a clutch kill when it matters most? Yes, do you expect the other one, though, with the quick pickup? And he is. He's there for in time for the kill.
I mean, this is like a WWE match. 1 second, you think it's going to be a 3 count. You think they're going to have it, and then they kick out at 2 and .99. The way these goals are happening, they're right there. They are 1 millimeter away from making it happen, but these teams are just having wonderful defensive stands.
No, they are indeed. And another big thing, it was just in the first half, both squads were kind of capitalizing off of some mistakes and some miscues that were fortunate for their side.
Oh,
They were
baby.
just getting fast break after fast break, but hold on. This could be the contention. This could be the icebreaker.
This could be the icebreaker. Anomaly maybe looking to ice this one up. 30 seconds left. You don't get a cap here either side. We go into overtime. And if you haven't seen an overtime for the game overload game mode, it's 4v4 search and destroy. Basically, whoever gets first cap wins. Whoever wins in the slaying department wins the thing as well. Will we see it in 20 seconds?
Now, do you hold it there until overtime, or do you just try and play for the wipe and maybe get hope off of that respawn? Well, with a couple kills rolling
Look at this.
from the side of Omit Brooklyn, they're going to try and take this. They got control. They have a few players. Can you body block? Sovereign's going to go for it. Sovereign's going to dive. Oh, he got stunned. He got it in time.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at the buzzer. The stun you thought was going to stop them, but no. They hit the stone cold stunner. The boys from Omit Brooklyn are going to be able to take your Pinnacle Showcase presented by Self-Made Players. They are your $1,200 prize pool champions. It is Illy, it is Millie, it is Sovereign, and it is that boy Hyde getting the job done. They take the series in 3-0 fashion, and they do it in dramatic fashion as well.
He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Sovereign. He's going to win the... Sovereign's going to win the football game.
I mean, dude, it basically was. That's basically what it felt like. I mean, he won the football game indeed. He won the big thing. He won the Super Bowl. He won the national championship. He won the kickoff event for TPC to get us going in the year for Black Ops 7. I mean, the boys were absolutely locked from Omit Brooklyn.
They were indeed. They closed it out in a 3-0 fashion. That map 3 was a thriller. A little bit of a late start for the side of Anomaly. But those boys are shooters on that side as well. Wevy, Skill, Wandell, and Dez look for them to make deeper runs in cups and look for them to make deeper runs in whatever league that they are going to be playing in.
Yeah, definitely a scary team. Also, GG's to Anomaly. You know, Anomaly did their thing. Those boys are absolutely cracked as well. Going to go ahead and take a sneak peek at that. Going to take a look at that bracket already. Look at that. Omit Brooklyn is your champions, of course. They win it all. They are your winners. They were the number 1 seed coming in. They were a number 1 seed for the reason, and they are number 1, of course, for a big, big reason. I really don't have much to say, but from the side of Anomaly, that those boys still are pretty good. I mean, you lost to a world champ. You lost to one of the best U18 players. You lost to 2 great challengers players. I mean, it happens. It happens. And sometimes, like I said it best, you have got to lose to learn how to win. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. You lose to win. And not everybody plays first at their first event. You definitely placed T32. You definitely placed T16. You definitely placed T4. And you've definitely won some events. Everybody's experienced it. But, however, in their case, they've played a lot of events. And they're going to be back in more grand finals for sure.
Nah, they will indeed. They will indeed. Oh, well, I mean, other than that, like, we doing interviews? No.
Let's see. We're about to get confirmation. Okay, so I believe we're doing no interviews for the night. I think that is going to do it, chat. Corpse, you got anything else you want to close out with?
No, I don't got anything. It was a pleasure to come in, cast losers finals and grand finals with you, brother. Glad to be in the booth. I'm excited for more BO7 action. Overload is what I'm loving so far. If they can make some minor changes to make it a god tier game mode, then we are going to be on the right path for comp this year.
Yeah. We're going to be on the right path for comp this year. They're already listening to the community. They're already making changes. Let's just hope it's a yearly thing. Let's just hope it's not a first quarter type of action thing in their game. So, hey, great tournament. thanks for coming out. Of course, guys, I want to thank all the casters today. Mark of Gee, Zepcast, Corpse, of course, and the man, the legend, Big Rich. Of course, want to thank our admins, Cheetahwonga and Hammered, for always doing a great job. I just want to shout out to the community, of course. Players, this wouldn't be possible without you guys, so I want to thank all the 64 teams that showed up. Thank all of our sponsors, Pinnacle, Self-Made Players. You have Shinto, you have Criver, you have Anomaly, you have Bear Claw. You have got the boys at Ink 3D, and you have also got the boys at Pulse Controller. I want to thank all of them, of course, for being sponsors for the year, VIP pass holders. This is going to be a phenomenal year. If this is already our first event and we're having a big tournament like this, we're having a banger closeout like that, can't wait to see the lands, can't wait to see the more showcases, can't wait to see the online leagues. Corpse, again, anything else you want to say?
Ladies and gentlemen, peace.
Peace out indeed, chat. We'll see y'all later.